It's awful. Okay, so in the first movie, we have a bunch of people proclaiming that you should be able to be whoever you are and just break out of your social group. But when one of the skateboarders proclaims he plays the cello and actually takes the cello out and starts playing it on the soundtrack, they replace it with an electric guitar because cellos are dumb. Then, which I don't agree with, I like cellos, but they're saying, then, even though we're all supposed to be open-minded now, they show an emo kid and some goth kids try out for the musical, and obviously they're wrong because that's just stupid, so you can be whatever you want as long as you fit in an Abercrombie catalog. Then, they have auditions for this musical, and you have Sharpay and Ryan doing this full musical with costumes and choreography, and it's fantastic and entertaining. Troy and Gabriella sit by a piano and stand there while they sing an annoying pop ballad that's dumb. And who gets the part? Oh, the people who just stand there! But then we're all together. And in the second movie, the first movie, everybody pairs off, and Sharpay is dating the basketball player whose name I don't remember. Chad. No. Chad's, what's the other one who cooks?
I don't think she's dating. She's not dating.
He
just likes her.
That's the thing. At the end of the first one, she goes off with him and they're together. At the beginning of the second one, he's just obsessed with her. And at the end of the second one, they go off together. At the beginning of the third one, he's just obsessed with her.
Christopher.
And I'm just like, no!
I need to remind you of something. As you get very upset. These are Disney movies.
But they're bad. Disney knows how to make good movies. They don't have to be this bad. And I realized this was a throwaway special on the Disney Channel to take up an hour. It was a mistake that it got popular. But once it was popular and they're putting money into it, they could have written a real story. It's painful how dumb these movies are.
But it was written for small children, and
daughter
didn't notice any of that. Because Troy and Gabriella are the story. That's the thing. The reason they can sit by a piano and get chosen is they're the story.
They are.
They're real and they're pure. This is what it's supposed to be.
Yes, we like them, so they get the part, but they're not good performers. They become good performers by the last movie. Oh, and in the second movie.
But they see something in them.
Fine. Make them the understudies. Make them the sidekicks. They can sing, obviously. I don't know much about musicals, but you don't put, for the stars of the musicals, the people who just stand there and croon over the people with a full choreographed dance number.
You do if the person who has the full choreographed dance number turns your stomach. I don't think people particularly care for Sharpay.
No. We as an audience don't care for Sharpay, but it's made very clear, especially in number 3, that the entire school loves Sharpay.
Well, maybe they're afraid of Sharpay.
The opening to High School Musical 3 has Sharpay showing up in her Barbie Camaro, walking down the hallway with boys fainting because it's her.
Right.
Like, she is loved in the school.
But isn't she just the typical powerful girl that's not very nice that everybody...
Like, we don't like her because we know her. But the school... See, she would sell tickets even at that school.
Yeah.
She was the right choice. Okay, and then High School Musical 2. I'm just going to finish my rant here. High School Musical 2, it's pretty obnoxious to begin with. But then we have the song, I Don't Dance. Okay, so, I Don't Dance. They're sitting there arguing, I don't dance, I won't do it. This is my problem with that. By the time they get to that song, it's the third fully choreographed dance routine that Chad has had. 3 of them! And now he's sitting there, I don't dance. I'm like, yes, you do. You're dancing now. Stop it.
But isn't it at this point that they're mad at Troy because Ryan comes to get them to dance because he's trying to get people to dance with him?
Yeah, Troy has now, yes, they are mad at Troy at that part. Right. He's doing the show.
So the only thing that got them to dance in the first place was Troy. Because Chad has never been about the dance and about the music like Troy has. So they did it for Troy and as part of their friendship. No more. And it's a rejection of Troy. It's a rejection of this new Troy. It is. Don't even tell me it can't be that deep.
No. That is there, but his don't dance is still, I'm a jock, I don't dance. That's why he's saying it. And this is the thing.
Because he identifies with that group because that's what the whole first thing was about, was getting out of the group.
Right.
And he did with Troy, and then Troy
Bailed.
and now he's like, well, you know what? I'm sticking with what I know.
See, Sound of Music. I love The Sound of Music. One of the best films ever made. But every time it irritates me when one of the nuns sings. I've even heard her singing in the Abbey. And I'm just like, oh, you're singing in the Abbey.
But it's a musical, that's the point.
I realize that, and I can forgive that one line. But there's an entire song of I Don't Dance while we watch him dance, and he's been dancing the whole movie. So, then, we get to High School Musical 3, where, first of all, Sharpay Evans and Ryan Evans, more money than anyone knows what to do with, but they're worried about whether or not they get the scholarship to Juilliard? Their father probably owns Juilliard!
The way I understood it was acceptance into Juilliard.
No, it was scholarships.
But
it was
I thought it was also acceptance.
It was acceptance with full scholarship. And when the Evans talk about it, they specifically say scholarship. Which they don't need the scholarship. And it's so...
But the teacher uses words like, there's only one spot.
And even that...
You're just mad because all your little holes you're trying to poke into... Yes, just because all the little holes you're trying to poke into the High School Musical franchise, the gold mine, sewing them right up for you.
No, you're not. No, that's not it.
And whichever holes I can't sew up, I will bring back to the fact that it was written for 5-year-olds.
That's what it is. It was a high school movie written for 5-year-olds,
yes.
And it's
and
obnoxious.
That's the thing. It is. It's obnoxious. Oh my gosh, it's obnoxious, except for a couple songs in High School Musical 2, which are pretty awesome. And maybe this is where you're having the problem. It has 18-year-old children in it, but it's not made for 18-year-olds. There were no 18-year-olds in the movie theater. It is for 5 to 10-year-old kids.
Which...
I mean, I think the oldest kid was 10.
This is sort of a slight aside. The other thing I hate about Hollywood is that whatever age group of child they're making a movie for, they make the movie about kids just a bit older.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't stand that.
Well, one of the reasons Hannah didn't originally see High School Musical is I said, my daughter's 5 years old. Why would I go get her a movie called High School Musical?
When they're trying on suits, and they come up with their first versions of suits, I like those much better than the ones they end up with.
Only you would remember that.
And Ryan Evans, Disney does have a bit of an agenda pushing alternative lifestyles. Though nothing is explicitly said about Ryan.
Hey! I'm gay! We know!
He's the only male character who does not end up specifically paired off with a girl at the end of number 1 and number 2. In number 3, he does bring a girl to the prom. They are very careful about it, where you could say, oh, look, that proves that he's straight, he's dating Kelsey. Or it's enough manipulation to say he's friends with Kelsey and his sister pressured him into doing it, and really she's not his preference.
Sharpay does tell him to ask her because she's trying to get the song or whatever that she's writing for Gabriella and Troy. But you can tell he's conflicted because he wants to go to the prom with her, but it's not because he wants the song from her.
See, he definitely liked her, and there was a respect, and they have matching hats.
Yeah, but this respect that formed in High School Musical 2 turned into an awkward, oh, I kind of now like you.
See,
but it did.
I think they're leaving it open for a specific community to still be able to say, oh, it's awkward because this is his friend and now he's afraid he's using her.
But then where I go with that is, if that's the case, and this is for 5 to 8-year-old children, that's way too subtle for them to get.
Oh, they probably won't get it, but I think it bothers me, and I think it's part of Disney's specific agenda that Ryan is like that. I can't stand these movies. They're horrible.
Okay.
That's
how it was. So your summary is these are bad because they're stupid. That's your summary? Is that your summary, Christopher?
The plot's stupid, the music's bad, and the characterization is obnoxious.
Okay. Let me say this. I remember when I used to teach preschool, everybody would always say, oh my gosh, Barney is so annoying. I said, yes, Barney is annoying because he's written for 3-year-olds. He's not written for 13 and 30-year-olds.
Right.
Same is true of High School Musical. It's not supposed to entertain you. They know we're going to pay for the ticket because our kids are going to see it. You're going to pay for the ticket because you're going to review it. So they're going to get your money. It's not for you.